Steaks on the grill. Who doesn't like it? Well, I do. And I'm telling you, we're going to do it up today in the Ninja Foodi Grill XL, doing some ribeye steaks. I'm Darnell with Wave Oven Recipes. Let's get started on grilling those steaks right now. Alright, so before we break the steaks out, I'm just going to start preheating the grill because it takes like 10 minutes to preheat the grill. So I'm going to power a Ninja Foodi XL grill on. I'm going to hit grill. I'm going to take it up to the max for the cooking temperature. That's 510 degrees Fahrenheit. Going to break out my meat probe here. I'm going to get that meat probe plugged in. And with the meat probe now plugged in, I'm going to put it on preset. And we're going to do beef. And for the wellness of the beef, we're going to put it up to well done. So going all the way up to well done for the most well done steak. Actually, don't want to do well done. My bad. I want to do medium well. So drop it down to medium well. It's on the high end of medium well. You could go down to a lower level of medium well. Like you have 7 and 8 for medium well, whichever level of medium well you want. I'm going to go for the higher end of medium well. I'm not going to go all the way to well done. And so going to go ahead and hit the start button here. And so things are preheating. While things are preheating, you can hear it makes quite a bit of noise. The indicator tells me how close I am to being fully preheated. Got myself 4.67 pounds of ribeye steaks here, USDA choice, from the local Costco, who didn't sponsor this video. Nobody sponsored it. So to prepare my steaks, going to get them out. I've got I'm going to use just a little bit of canola oil because I want an oil that is able to handle the heat. I'm just going to use a light amount, not enough to taint the flavor. So I'm going to get my steaks out of here. Now that I've got my steaks out, I'm just going to take as I said, a very, very light amount of oil and put it on both sides of these steaks. I don't want to really taint the flavor with the canola oil, but I want it to just help hold the spices on. So just getting my oil laid out on my steaks here. Sorry for the background noise of the grill, but it is a very audible grill, as you can tell. And so I've got my steak seasoning. I like the Grill Mates Montreal steak seasoning. Tastes very good. So just sprinkling that all over this side of the steaks. I'm going to get them coated. And after I do this side, I'll give the other side the exact same treatment. I'm just pressing some of that seasoning in now that I've got it in on this side. Just making sure that it, is held in real good there with the oil, and just press it in some to make sure it's in there good. Flip over and do the other side now. Now I'm going to take my meat probe and stick it into one of these. You're supposed to put it in like the smallest one and then kind of work your way down as far as done steaks to get them all cooked. I'm just going to stick it in this one. I'll use my Thermometer instant read to keep track of others, but I'll do it in this one, and this one we'll know about, and when it's done we'll just check the others. I'm not too uptight about having them all at the, whatever perfect medium well temp. Once this one's done, then I'll check the others. Maybe they'll be done, maybe they won't, and we'll move on from there. But our preheat's almost finished. We'll get these in a moment. Alright, preheat's done. Time to add the food. So opening up, getting our steaks in here. Hear that sizzle. We'll see if this grill can hold all 4 of these big boys in one shot. Got 3 and number 4. Just enough room to get all 4 in together. And now we're going to close up. Hold on, got to get this, make room for the probe. So just press that into this, let's add more, and close up like that. And so we're cooking away. We see that our current temp is 45 degrees. It's going to grill to 145 and it leaves it to carry over to manage the rest. So we're going to let these cook for a while. They'll get to a point where they need to be turned. It'll tell me when to turn them, and I'll bring you back when it's time to turn them. Alright, the steaks reach 112 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've got the signal to flip. So I'm open up. Look at that. I mean, the side that wasn't even on a grill grate is already seared very nicely on the outside. Although the inside is just 112, you can see the redness in there. So just getting these all flipped over, but they look very, very nice. So I'll get the rest of these turned. Get that one down. See if I can get them squeezed back together like they were. Alright. And good thing we've got the XL grill. I don't think the regular one will be able to hold all these at the same time at all. So just getting them kind of in there like that. Now that we've got them all in, I'm going to close up. Need to push this steak in just a little for the probe's sake. Now that we've got them in, close up. And we'll let these continue to cook. And I don't know how long it took to get to the point of flipping as far as time, because I didn't need to time it because the meat probe is doing all the work for me, so I didn't have to keep track of time. But we're going to let these continue to cook till they get to that 145, then we'll get them out of there. And as these steaks continue to cook, the inside temperature of the meat is at a nice 128 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see that the doneness indicator is telling me I'm at the beginning stages of a minimum well steak. I mean, not minimum, medium, sorry. Medium well steak. So basically, it's getting closer to my 145 because I went on the higher end of the medium well. And so, you know, basically it helps you to keep track of everything as you cook. So we'll come back when things get to that 145. Alright, it's done cooking and gonna get them on out now. Look at that. Now it's doing my rest timer to tell me how long they need to rest. I'm just gonna check them with my meat probe here. So this one is in the 140 or 130 something range, 135 down in there. So a little less. And this one's at the 136. Let's check this one. Yeah, this one is really the hotter one of them all. It's in the 145 range. So these guys didn't really get as hot as the one on the end that had the meat probe in it, but all the same, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull them all off now. I could take this probe, put it over into the others and, you know, try and cook them longer, but I'm one who just prefers to get them all off. So getting them off, you can see the other side, you know, didn't get as much searing on that side there. And let's check this one here. Yeah, this one got some good searing on the opposite side, but I think it was already well seared, you know, on both sides anyway, so we're still good. It just didn't do much of the grill mark action on the opposite side. I got a little grill mark on that one there, on that side of it. But getting these all off, set them all on my cutting board, and I'll let these just rest. I think it's like about a 10-minute rest period, and I'll bring you on back when the rest time is over. But you can see these steaks, you know, they got a real nice searing, real nice char all over them. You can, you know, cook to your preferred temperature. You can set it and really forget it and come on back. The one that you get the meat probe in will, you know, tell you its level of doneness. I know for you who use like outdoor grills with like the Weber grills with like the Weber grill probes, you can have like about 4 and track the meat of 4 different temps. That's like, you know, a full-size outdoor grill. But here we only have 1 meat probe, and so you just got to kind of deal with your 1 meat probe only tracking the meat temperature for 1 piece of meat. But we'll let these continue to cook. I'll bring you on back. And when I say continue to cook, I mean that they're kind of cooking internally as they rest. As they rest, they are still cooking through carryover heat. So once the rest time's up, I'm going to check the temp again. I do believe that it'll probably be well beyond the temperature that I tested for each piece of meat earlier. So bring you on back in a moment. Alright, The rest period is basically 5 minutes. I've done other food and did a 5-minute rest, but I thought for steaks I might give it 10. Personally, I would have given steak 10. This is my personal thing, but it gave it 5, and so it thinks that everything's all well and good. So going to test the temperature again, and we're at 150 something. You see it rose up from carryover. This one's up in the 150 something range. This one here, he's in like the 145, 146. This one here is in the 147, 148. But they all rose due to carryover. So carryover did work as they mentioned that it should. And so the one that we had the meat probe in is the one that I'm going to go ahead and cut into for my initial slice, just to show you the inside of it. And you can see nice medium well, a light pink interior there. We can check out another one that was a little less done, and just cut into it just to show you how it cooked. Some of you would probably prefer this over my steak, but you know, hey, this is your steak, and sorry, it's your steak, but you can't eat it. I'll eat your steak for you. Anyway, we're going to take a piece and just kind of do some cutting and slicing here. I'm just going to cut some bite-sized pieces off. And it's super tender, super duper tender. So let me get another piece of slice off of this here. Nice bite-sized piece. I'll get that off of there like that. And I guess we can put this on the plate also, but this is going to be for my taste test purposes. So I'll move the camera and we'll do some taste testing. All right, here's our steak. Medium well ribeye. Let's do a second. Okay, very good. Tastes very good. Well done seared steak. You would pay a good bit of money at a restaurant for that, and you would leave happy. These turned out good. This steak does a nice job. I mean, you can see it and it tastes like it. It tastes real good. Turned out real nice, real tender, even though it's got a lot of searing on the outside, you know, real nice sear on the outside. Inside, tender, juicy ribeye. Definitely like it. So, definitely want to see your comments of what you think about this cooker, how those steaks turned out. And I will say, for, you know, cooking steaks, you can let them set out longer if you want to. I started cooking mine, they were like in the 40-something degree range. You can wait till they get up to even like the 60-degree range or so. You know, some people just let them set out a good while longer to get nice and warm before they start cooking, but it's all up to you. I just like to kind of go in there and get going myself. Even though I know how others may do it and how other chefs might recommend, I do it my way because they're my steaks. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with friends, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit that notification bell, and in the video description, be sure to check out the referral links, referral link for this cooker, referral links for other things, other ways you can help this channel. Definitely appreciate it. And as always, good eating.